Our wonderful guest is here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey,
Apologies for the delay.
don't
I'm late
worry.
by 4 minutes. I was actually
Don't,
half an hour early, then I became like 4 minutes late.
don't you worry about a thing. And let's kick off with our special guest. Who are you? What do you do? And why do you do it?
Hello. My name is Aaron Roy, and I'm from Hartlepool, and I'm actually the first BAME elected BAME councillor for Hartlepool, so which never happened before. So I kind of feel very proud for that achievement. Amongst when people say that you can't really win this area because you're different, and then I won almost double the votes which my opposition got. So that kind of showcase it's not the race or the color what you are. It's more about how you interact with people. And I'm very proud to say I actually spoke to almost 2,000 households in my ward and spoke to them face to face to say, there you go, I'm your candidate, and this is what I stand for. And that kind of motivated me to bring more my community, my culture, our community to the northeast, and we're doing the first ever Tri-Nations Kabaddi tournament. And Kabaddi is something very close to a lot of us, very close to me as well, very close to my heart as well. So yeah, that's the big news, and I'm glad that you are there, Amar, as well, and ABC is there in Spice FM. So I can't wait for tomorrow.
It's exciting. It's very exciting. And let me introduce my fellow co-host, co-founder of ABC, and joined with me my conscious and my friend Jaff.
Hi.
Jaff,
How you doing,
say
Aaron?
hello.
Good. I did see some of your performances on the Spice FM channel. Was it the other day when there was an event? Because I just saw it on Facebook.
No, I think you might be talking about the Masala Festival.
Oh, okay.
Jam, Jamot.
Jamal?
Yeah, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
yeah, so brilliant. Well done. Congratulations. We're delighted that you are a first in Hartlepool. Hartlepool's got a great history, and when Jaff mentioned pirates, it was renowned for pirates, is what it was. And I think some people might say it's still got some people in there that it's got historic. It's got a historic museum, maritime, and things like this. It's
And
it's brilliant.
we've got the Trincomalee, which is one of the last floating frigates, which is actually made in Bombay, and it's here. So
Was it really?
yeah,
I didn't know it was made in Bombay. That's
yes,
brilliant.
yes,
Um,
Trincomalee was
so,
made in
so,
Bombay, and it's one of the last sailing or floating frigates in the UK. So there's another piece of history.
Yes.
Fantastic. Thank you. And Aaron, tell us. Well, yeah, I'm curious. It might be a separate conversation, but so Hartlepool. You've always been in Hartlepool, and
And
then starting as a councillor in a town that actually no one else would traditionally stand in is quite a courageous thing, isn't it?
It,
Why? Why did you do it?
so I'm not originally from Hartlepool. So I moved to Hartlepool in 2020 from Manchester. Uh,
Did you?
yeah. So Manchester, Salford is where I came first when I came to the UK in
Okay.
2008, and I was kind of having, you could call it a midlife crisis or change of scenario or however you want to put it. So, and I was working with a healthcare firm called Four Seasons Healthcare.
Okay.
And then I was saying, see, I need a change of scenario. Could you suggest me to go somewhere? So they said, we've got two places. We've got a place in Wirral in Liverpool, if you are interested, and we've got
Right.
another place called Hartlepool. And I'm like, Hartlepool? I've never heard of that place. I'll go there. and
Brilliant.
and that's how I came in March. I came to Hartlepool on 3rd of March 2020, and 8th of March everything got shut down because of COVID. So even if I wanted to go back, I couldn't go back.
Brilliant.
Again,
And then?
I came to Hartlepool, start living near the marina, overlooking the sea. I loved the place, fell in love with the place. Family moved over, bought a house, and 2024 I stood for elections because I wanted to make a change. A few things you see, like I always believe, if you want to be, or if you want to see change, be the part of the change as well. Participate in that change. So I realize there's a big gap in where ethnic minorities and BAME communities they're coming forth to be a part of that change. We all like to tuck away, side, pay our taxes, do our jobs, and then have a living. So, but I said, if you need changes, be the change, and that's kind of motivated me to be in politics and campaign and get on with it and get speak to people. So, second year now, I sit as a vice chair for adult and community-based services. I sit as a vice chairman for planning. I sit on TVCA, health and scrutiny well-being for the whole of Tees Valley. Um, as you know, I sit on as a director for Teesside International Airport. I'm on health and welfare committee. So I'm also director for Northeast in Hartlepool NHS as a public governor. So yeah, there's quite a lot I've been involved into, and yeah, now kabaddi and sports. So
Yeah, and tell us about it. So Jeff's just admitted he's a kabaddi champion, and
Well,
wow,
I
he's
wouldn't
gonna
say
have a kabaddi off with you tomorrow. Is what he's gonna
yeah,
do.
absolutely. I will call you on the stage, and
I'm,
then let's
I'm
show some mojaf.
definitely not a kabaddi champion, but I have played the game before. I was just saying, Amar, actually, it's such a unique sport, and it's obviously very big in the subcontinent, and it's kind of a combination of everything, isn't it? It's a bit of wrestling, uh, it's a bit
Yes,
get a bit of cardio in,
yeah,
it's kind of everything. But it's massive in the subcontinent, but not so big here in the UK. So I
yeah.
guess for yourself to raise the profile of something,
Uh, it was
uh,
still there, Jeff. It was still there, but it was kind of safeguarded by specific community. They didn't want to get it out.
right,
They kept it within themselves,
right.
and the game kind of got contained its own in that
What,
Indian.
what, for what reason then? What was the reason for that? Because you would want to glorify and make it the biggest thing, right? Is that not
Exactly. So that's why I question, like, why not? So there was a lot of associations and federations which plays, and they kind of that politics did not kind of work out. So I was lucky enough to be a medium to collaborate between three different regional associations and bring them together and give a bigger platform for Kabaddi itself. So this particular Tri-Nations, even though Kabaddi was in UK since 2006, so it took us 21 years to bring Kabaddi out of that little fence it's been caged in. So this is a landmark, I would say, and more to come. Working hard with different associations, federations across the world, and especially my ambition is with to have a Commonwealth combined federation where at least all as 56 nations can work towards, and put in some showcase, some platform where people can participate from the Commonwealth.
so? In India and the subcontinent, how big is Kabaddi? How big is it as a sport?
Have you heard of cricket in India?
A little bit, yeah.
So cricket is a religion. You can't say on public platform that you only heard little bit about cricket in India.
And a little bit about cricket and obviously and how big it is in the subcontinent. No, because we're around a lot of people from the subcontinent. That's all they live and breathe cricket. Like
Exactly. So
we live and breathe football.
yeah,
Okay, they live and breathe cricket. But
yeah.
where to stand in terms of like I would say in the UK you have football is by far is number one sport. You probably
Then
got
followed by rugby.
yeah, well, rugby, boxing, tennis.
Yeah.
They're all pretty big. Athletics is pretty big. Um, so in that context, where would you put
Kabaddi is the rugby of India.
Okay, is it really that big?
Yeah. So the biggest franchise you have in cricket in India is the IPL, which is almost a billion-dollar industry.
Yeah.
And Pro Kabaddi is the next.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And it's not an Olympic sport though, is it? Or is it
It's not Olympic. It's not even a Commonwealth sport. The reason is Commonwealth is filled their bandwidth. They don't have any more space to add more games onto it.
Okay.
So that's why my ambition is to do something parallel and get Kabaddi on its own as a Commonwealth federation.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah. So we are a registered company. Pardon? Sorry, I missed that.
Sorry, no, go.
So it's just it's a registered community interest company, which is my Marinus United Sporting Club, and also the same thing to do with KCC or Kabaddi Confederation of the Commonwealth. It's a CIC which I'm keenly to promote after the Tri-Nations, and we've got letters written to His Majesty to be the patron of it. So moving along that lines and speaking to different nations under the Commonwealth to rally under that banner, and hopefully do something in parallel with the Commonwealth Games. I know the next Commonwealth Games is in Scotland, so we got presented with an opportunity where we can showcase that match or that particular ambition. And if this all works out well, we would have a bigger chunk of Kabaddi given out for the community and given out to the world.
Great. I think it's fantastic. So what's happening tomorrow then? Talk us through it.
So what's happening tomorrow? It's the Tri-Nations Kabaddi Championship, and we've got a women's showcase as well for who plays Kabaddi. Now, the main reason for the Tri-Nation is one, most of them in the north doesn't really know what Kabaddi is and how was it played. They've not seen it live. All they heard, some of them have heard it. It was used to be an old Channel 4 game which used to broadcast around 2015's. It was broadcasted for a few months and then got shut down. So it's more like showcasing them and kind of introducing it again back to the community, and it has to be an international level. The reason is we kind of combined three different federations which stood separate and didn't want to come together, which is England Kabaddi Association, British Kabaddi Association, and Scottish Kabaddi. And we've got England Kabaddi Union as well, which is more universities themed. They've not been in the picture yet, but they will be a part of the beach version next month. So tomorrow it will be a cultural integration. We've got a cohesion event as well through it. So the first bit will be started as a parade of nations where there are different cultural references from India. We've got some Afro-Caribbean communities doing their attire, flags, and walking into the stage. And then we've got dance performances. Then we've got the matches. We got some short interviews. Amar's kindly said he's going to do a keynote speech and a little story. So that's there. And then Matt Story, our Police and Crime Commissioner, is going to flag it off the first match. And then during the half-term break, we've got my Iaido club, which I'm a part of. So I do practice samurai swords. So they are doing a demonstration, a Taiuchi, we call it. So they're going to show that and a bit of Jodo. Then I've got one of our Indian rappers. He's not Indian, but he's our Hartlepool born and bred. He's doing a Kabaddi specific new single, and then followed by some of the other music what he has done before. And then good food, hospitality packages, commemorative beer, which is called Maharaj. I don't know if you've seen it. So we're launching a Kabaddi Tri-Nations Kabaddi specific beer as well, which is a spiced lager, and continue with the games and the presentation. So that's basically the whole schedule of it.
Brilliant. It's exciting.
Yeah.
And obviously now just getting his kabaddi kit on, the sort of running around. And just for those listeners and viewers, Aaron, that probably can't visualize what it is. Talk us through the actual game, the rules.
Yeah.
How do you compete? How do you win? And then what happens?
Yeah, I will start with a bit of history behind the game as well. So it
Please.
it will be good to know what it is, how it started. So this game has references to our mythology, Indian mythology called Mahabharata, right? Where the war lasted over ages, like years and years, and there's this character called Abhimanyu, or he was son of Arjuna, and there is this specific formation called Chakravyuh or Chakravyuha, right? Where it's impenetrable, you can't go through it, you can't get out. It's very solid and secure. You get in, you're gonna die. So the only person who knew it to get in was Abhimanyu's father, Arjuna, and get out. But Arjuna was not there to do it. So his son, it said that he heard the description of Chakravyuha in his mother's womb, and he kind of memorized it. And again, it's mythology, so don't question me. How did the baby knew it from his mother's womb? But yeah, go with the story. And he knew how to get in, but when the part came to how to get out, his mother actually stood up and walked away. So Abhimanyu at the time of that war jumped in saying, I know how to get in, but didn't realize he can't get out. So he kind of martyred in that war. And then after years, there was this particular moment was immortalized and changed into a game called Kabaddi, where this is the only game in the world where offense is done by one person, but the defense is done as a team. So it kind of builds in that motivation, that courage in you. It's okay to go alone, and you can definitely find a way to come back. And that kind of transcends to different aspects of our life as well. So this was an ancient war game, or a game used to resolve conflict between clans and different regiments to find out who is the bravest, who is the strongest. So they go in and they come out, and they come out with pride, say, I raided, or I went in and I tagged as many as possible. Now that's the mythology part of it. Now the actual game has um, heritage or history dating back to 4,000 years, which started as a circle format, as I said, related to the Mahabharata. And then now we standardized it as a sport in a 4x4 square, or a rectangle, you want to call it. It is played in a square format or a rectangle format. And it has 7 members in the team. So it's 7 versus 7, 2 teams, but we've got some reserves and substitutes in case of if there's any violent incidents, which is very unlikely in Kabaddi, I would say. But yeah, you have substitutes who are going to come in. So there's 3 to 5 substitute maximum. The team strength can be maximum 12, and then you get your coach and your manager. So aim of the game, 2 halves. The full court is not bigger than a basketball court. It's 10 meter wide by 13 meters in length, and 6.5 meters will be half court. So a full court is 30 meters, 6.5 meters length, your 2 sides, and one person sends someone called as a raider to the opposition. His aim is to go tag or touch any number of opponents as he can, and you can tag them and touch them however you want, with your toe, with your head, with your hand, and you can. The touch can be anything. It could be a touch on the t-shirt, on their legs, on the elbow, on the face, on the chin, on their hair. It doesn't matter. As long as there's a touch, you get a point, and you only get the point when you're safely back onto your side of the court, or your hand or your leg, your toe should be crossing that midline. So what the defenders would do, they won't let you do that. So they will kind of pin you down or tackle you down or lightly push you outside the court. Now, how you land after this push is debatable. You might land on your head, your side, your back. Don't know, but it's only a light push. Do you know what I mean? So that's how it is. They get you out. So if that means then your raid became unsuccessful. But if you touch tag and get back to your side within 30 seconds, you get 30 seconds is the time you get, because that again is an adaptive form. Earlier, it used to be a breath, and you have to chant kabaddi, 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 kabaddi. The minute you stop chanting, they will attack you, because we didn't have something called as a stopwatch back then. But luckily we got it now. So you still have to chant, but you don't have to hold your breath. So which is 30 seconds. And each raid is 30 seconds, and they take turns. The offense becomes defense becomes offense, and the whole match is played for a maximum of 40 minutes.
Oh, that's intensive, man. Jack, what's the matter? Are you under the spotlight, or are you just pulling a grimace?
Understand. I didn't realize that there had been a change in rule where you didn't have to say kabaddi, kabaddi, kabaddi.
You have to still chant kabaddi, but it's not in a breath.
Okay. Yeah.
You have to just say kabaddi.
That's when your breath went. You could be knocked out, right?
Yeah. So now they can attack you anytime they want, but they will only attack you if you cross the balk line. Okay. So there's two lines. There's two lines. There's actually three lines in the whole game, which your mid line, your balk line, and your bonus line.
Okay.
So if you cross the balk line, that means the raid is active.
So just for our listeners, is there a match which was like really groundbreaking and interesting, that was like world famous, that we could potentially look at YouTube or somewhere just to get a real feel?
Pro Kabaddi in India is the biggest right now.
Okay.
We've got a lot of international matches going on. We had our own World Cup a couple of months ago, which happened in Wolverhampton. There have been quite a few nice matches there, especially the final between India and England was something nice, because England started in a low note, but the difference was 4 points at the end.
Okay.
So, which was quite nice. And we've got something called the terms. The terms are quite dramatic as well. We've got a do or die situation. We've got a super tackle. You've got a super raid. Where a do or die is if you have two successive, or if your first raid was unsuccessful, that means you didn't tag anyone, or you had to come back to your court. Your second raid.
30-second warning. Sorry, just to let you know, we've got 30 seconds.
Yeah, and then if you don't come back in, you have to go into a do or die.
On the hour, every hour, from the heart of the community to the pulse of the
Look forward
world.
to seeing you tomorrow.
Spice Radio News.
All the best. Well done. Thank you.